See ya.
Sydney, Australia, Fred Atkins. In this corner, weighing 235 pounds, from Kingston, Jamaica, Sweet Daddy Siki. Your referee, Rocky Dempsey.
And now here with the latest inside information from the wrestling world is Fred Kohler.
Nice being here again. You wrestling fans really know how much these wrestlers that you are seeing tonight travel in the course of their wrestling around the country in a year. Well, they travel by plane and train and automobile as much as 100,000 miles in a year. They're wrestling 4 to 6 times a week. The demand for their services by promoters all over is so great that they can't fill all the requests that they have to wrestle. They are all out trying to gain prestige and gain that coveted World Championship, which they all would like to have and would all like to make the money that the championship can make them. And you fans in other cities around the country may have an opportunity to see them in person when some service organization in your area is promoting a wrestling show and bringing the stars in. You can come out and meet them at that time and probably get an autograph and see them actually perform in person in your particular city or town where you live.
Sweet Daddy Siki, Kingston, Jamaica. Fred Atkins from down under, way down under. The land south of the equator. Sweet Daddy wearing very colorful candy striped uniform. Fred Atkins from Sydney, Australia. One of the well-traveled men in wrestling today. Sweet Daddy, for those of you that might be interested, is branched out in his efforts. Not only is he still very busily in the wrestling game, but he's gone into the singing game. And by God, he is a legitimate recording artist, having recorded a 45 RPM for Pearl Spar Records in Newark, New Jersey, with Pearl Reeves and the Paul Perrano Trio. And the one that they're talking about is a number called, believe it or not, Rock and Roll Shimmy Shimmy Partner. And on the backside, Mama, Give Me Your Permission. Sweet Daddy Siki on record for Pearl Spar Records. And we're going to have to listen to it just to see what kind of a singer Sweet Daddy is. We know what kind of a man he is. A rugged man, 235 pounds. Served in the United States Army. Won the Texas heavyweight title. Wrestled all over the country. Fred Atkins from Sydney, Australia, lays claim to the British Empire Championship. Knows his way around everything from American-style catch-as-catch-can to judo and sumo and Greco-Roman style wrestling. He's very popular in Europe and in his own land down under or off Australia. tell him to get back into the ring. And Atkins finally does make it, but with no little effort. Rocky Dempsey. There's a couple of interesting names that have certainly a first and a last name that have made their way around the ring wars in past days. Two of the truly great champions, Rocky Marciano and Jack Dempsey, and we've got the names combined in the third man in the ring tonight, referee Rocky Dempsey. Don't forget, no matter where you live in this great country, next time you happen to be visiting Chicago, be sure and include in your itinerary a trip to Marigold Arena, where you'll see the top wrestling, the top wrestlers in the world. So come on to Marigold and see the wrestling capital of the world in the flesh. Sweet Daddy Siki has his hands full. Sweet Daddy is coming on. Unloads his right hand right off the jaw of Fred Atkins. Coming back now, getting a second win. Working on Sweet Daddy. His daddy went into his own corner. Sweet Daddy's real name is Reggie Siki. Reggie got the knee right in the midsection from Fred Atkins. Jamaica, unload, and it's all over with the announcement.
The time, 5 minutes, 14 seconds for the Bonnie Crest. The winner of the match, Sweet Daddy Siki.
Take a look at one of the top tag teams in the country today. John Curtis and Mark Lowen, and the middleman, complete with dapper suit, walking stick, and hat, is their counselor and advisor, the mighty Atlas. Don't you find it rather unusual to represent two big, strong, strapping lads like this and not allow them to speak for themselves?
It's not that we don't allow them to speak for themselves. It's three people talking. There might be some confusion. Inasmuch as I know what's on their minds, they feel that I'm qualified to speak for them. And another thing, you mentioned something about being one of the best. They are the best. I might say this, they come maybe a little bit unheralded, and we don't have a lot of trumpets blaring, and we don't have a lot of hullabaloo, but we do have one thing, just lots of talent.
Well, of course, there is one thing that they do not yet have, and that would seem to be a national title held by the Kangaroos and their manager, Mr. Red Berry.
I am not a manager. You notice we didn't talk
Yes,
about
I'm
that.
aware of that.
And as far as the Kangaroos, we are looking for higher titles. We want the World Tag Team Championship, and that is why we have joined together into this one project to run like a steamroller over all competition.
Well, actually, I suppose then that That competition would, in the very near future, you hope, include the Kangaroos in order to take steps to world titles.
Well, I have noticed a reluctance on the part of the Kangaroos manager to include us in any of their propositions. However, they cannot miss us.
I'm sure they won't. Good luck to both Don Curtis and Mark Loon, and to you, Mighty Atkins.
Thank you, Mal.